Well, hi team, it's weekly wrap time and we're out here at Warwick Farm. We had a couple of 2-year-olds, Royal Vista and Prince of Verona trial this morning. Great to see them step out and they'll take a lot of benefit from that, Chris.
Yeah, they will. Really nice to see them go around this morning. First trials, first career trials for both of them, so lovely to get them out there and have that sort of experience. Both of them probably showed that they've got some nice ability under the bonnet, so to speak, but still learning their caper, and that'll really teach them, and they'll take a lot of benefit out of that and sort of learn a bit more of what's expected of them. But yeah, really pleased with both of them actually, and good to see them getting that nice education, and we'll see now how they come through it and if they progress on to their second trial.
And the big news of the week was a massive win by Formal Display. Our import, our too darn hot gelding, he headed to Wyong, which was the metro meet up there, and pretty much led all the way. He did a great job and was ridden very well, and fantastic to get his second Australian prep underway, and I expect lots of fun ahead.
Yeah, it was fantastic to see him do that. He won first up last preparation as well. Obviously good, fresh, and yeah, that was his fourth career win, second out here in Australia with us. Progressing very nicely. He trialled well going into that as well, which was pleasing to see him take that trial form through to the races. Made it through to the races pretty quickly after the trial, well, relatively, and so really nice to see him perform like that, and a very strong, comfortable win. Highly suggests there's certainly more to come from him, and yeah, that was first up over 1350. Braith rode him a treat, kept Nash out, didn't let him cross, did he? Which was nice technical riding by Braith. So very good effort there by horse and jockey, and congratulations to all his owners too. We're absolutely thrilled for all of you. Great win.
Absolutely fabulous. So yeah, no, very exciting to see what happens next. And a couple of other notable mentions. We had two trialists earlier in the week, Kajenga and Freddie Bassett. Kajenga, first trial back. She's a group placed horse, and really excited. She'll kick off in the PJ Bell on day one of the championship. So a lot to look forward to for her owners. She'll have one more trial in between, but she was excellent.
She was excellent, yeah. She was under a very tight hold the whole way up the straight, wasn't she? And she looked like she had plenty to offer. I think she's come back bigger and better this preparation. She's certainly matured more, which is exactly what we like to see at this stage of her career and her age. And she's done that, so that's very pleasing, and I thought it was an excellent trial. Can't wait to get it through to that first day of the championships. That's very exciting for us and all her owners, and I think she's in for a really nice preparation.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Freddie too. Freddie Bassett, same day trial. I thought he was impressive as well. He seems a bit more switched on this preparation, which is really nice. He had an outstanding first preparation. Probably the one thing he needed to improve on was just his focus and concentration in races, and he's been gelded in between preps, and seems to have done the job too. So expect to see him kick on as well this preparation, and especially as we get up over a bit more distance as well, a bit deeper into his preparation.
Absolutely. So before we move on to this week's runners, Chris, enormous day tomorrow, one of the biggest days in the calendar for racing. Golden Slipper Day.
Or Manion Cup Day, as I like to know it as.
Yes, Manion Cup. Very exciting day for the Manion family. N.E. Manion, my great-grandfather, he was a sports administrator out with the Sydney Turf Club back in the day.
Wasn't named after you?
It certainly was not, but 55 years this year, so
it's amazing.
Absolutely fabulous, and just an honour. So, yep, I like to call it Manion Cup Day too. But Golden Slipper Day, 5 Group 1s, an enormous day of racing out at Rose Hill, which they nearly knocked down earlier in the year. So, looking forward to that, and it's going to be a beautiful sunny day, I'd expect, which is a little bit of a shame. We'll get to Marzu in a sec, but big day racing.
Excellent day racing. I mean, just high quality racehorses right throughout. So look, it's a thrill to be part of a day like that as a spectator, but certainly having a horse racing on the day as well in one of the big ones. So yeah, really exciting day. Can't wait to get amongst it tomorrow.
So Marzu, the Group 1 Galaxy, he was absolutely enormous, over 1,000 metres, which is definitely has proven to be short of his best, but he was absolutely fabulous first up. So he's second up into this tomorrow. Currently a soft 7? 6.
6.
Yeah,
6.
so unfortunately I think it's going to dry out. We'd have loved to have had a heavy track, but Rachel on board again. The extra 100 metres will suit, and I'd expect he'll be in it for a long way.
Yeah, he'll give it a great sight, I'm sure. Yeah, it is a shame it's not going to be a heavier track. That would have put him right at the pointy end, you'd think. But he's going to be very competitive nonetheless. He always is. He's just one of those horses who always puts in and is there or thereabouts. So exciting to see him go around in another Group 1. Galaxy, it's a great race. A lot of good horses contesting this with a lot of live chances, actually. But he's going to be great. First up over the 1,000 metres. We know that's short of his best, but geez, he nearly nabbed the win. He was only half a head off the winner. And then, look, he's a funny one. He's been around for a long time. He's almost a 1,200 metre specialist and quite competitive at the 1,100 and 1,300. But 1,200 seems to be his sweet spot. But geez, it was good to see him perform so well over the 1,000 metres last start. So it will be really interesting here. And as you say, that extra 100 metres will be right up his alley. Obviously, you know, the track's going to dry out. It won't be you know, rock hard or anything like that. There'll still be a little bit of moisture in there. We'll hang on to whatever positive we can on the track side of things. But yeah, can't wait to see him go around, and Rachel rode him beautifully last start, and looking forward to seeing what she does with him tomorrow. And
I think often people say to me, Jizzy runs well on the dry as well, and he absolutely does. He's fantastic. It's more just that he handles heavy tracks better than a lot of others. So, but look, he'll be very good tomorrow. He'll be in it right to the end, and very excited for all the owners. You don't get to a Group 1 that often, so big day for Marzu and owners.
Yeah,
so,
good luck to all his owners.
Savai had a bit of a false start at Nowra earlier in the week. He's looking to get back to winning ways. He's 3 from 4, but Nowra he was meant to be, and the barriers broke, so we had to drag him all the way back. He's got a couple of options: Kembla Grange tomorrow and Goulburn on Sunday. Probably at this stage the better option might be Goulburn, but we'll make a call on that over the coming 24 hours. And yeah, look, tongue tie on this time. He got the tongue over the bit last run. Hopefully he's much improved on that, and looking forward to seeing him step out.
Yeah, that's right. I can certainly see him bouncing back pretty quick. Obviously, he was 3 wins from 3 starts last preparation. First up was a bit on the disappointing side, but as you say, he got his tongue over the bit. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see him bounce right back here. Certainly, if he puts his best foot forward, he's right in it up to his ears in either option that we go towards. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Monday, we've got 2-year-old trialists coming thick and fast. We've got Wild Courage, second trial of the preparation out at Hawkesbury. She seems to have come on a lot since her first trial, and the team are very happy with her down at Bong Bong. Hopefully she comes through that well, and we can get her off to the races for her debut run.
Yeah, well, that's right. I mean, look, she's only very young, continuing to learn what this racing cape is all about, and getting some great education now. These barrier trials, it's amazing how quickly they can come on from that. But yeah, this will be a second trial for the prep, and this will determine whether she's ready to go on through the races, like you say, or alternatively whether she's not quite ready and looking for a break. But either way, she'll either get through the races this time, or I'm sure she will next time through.
Yep, then we move on to Wednesday. Firstly, Intero. Intero's been nominated for Canberra on Wednesday, Hawkesbury on Thursday, or Muswellbrook on Friday. So she's going to have a number of options. We'll just try to pull that apart and see where she's best placed. She just didn't have the right run up in Newcastle last start after that fabulous run at Goulburn. So they went a bit slow up. She got back and they went a bit slow up front, but stepping up in trip again, she'll be better for that run, and expect her to be competitive wherever she goes.
Yeah, that's right. She was awesome first up, a very impressive win. And yeah, when you are back in the field, you are reliant on how the other horses are going up front, and the tempo that they're dictating, which didn't work out in her favour last start. But the really pleasing aspect was seeing how well she relaxed last time. I think it was the best she's relaxed in a race so far, and that's probably been a big thing for her. She's been a filly that we've thought for a while will appreciate getting out over further ground, but while she's been a bit keen and hard going, we've had to sort of keep her to that shorter trip and try and teach her to relax better, and it's like the penny's just dropped on that front. So we'll be able to start slowly increasing the distances of her races, which I think is going to be right up her alley. So, and I guess now too, the way that she's racing, might be able to be a bit more prominent in the run as well, which will help her as well.
Wednesday also, we've got a big afternoon, possibly at Randwick on the Kensington track. Firstly, Hay Street, who we scratched from Wyong. He had a sticky barrier up there. He looks, it's up to a benchmark 78, so he'll carry a light weight. But he looks well placed in this. We haven't seen a barrier draw yet, but smallish numbers, and he will be looking to go back to back. And look, they're very happy with him at home.
Oh, well, no surprise. I mean, he's in great form, isn't he? He was second first up after an excellent preparation prior to that, and then won very impressively in his second start this prep. So he's in great form. I think, yeah, on paper it looks like it's going to be an ideal sort of a race for him. So I'd anticipate, as you say, we don't have all the final field and barriers yet, but I can imagine he's going to be very hard to beat again.
Then we got Without Peer, group place getter last preparation in his first racing prep. He's got a couple of options. He's second up. He's either got the 1550 or the 1800 on the Kenzo track. They're really happy with him. The Kieran Maher team, he looks to have come on and really needed that first up run, but up in trip. He's got some nice targets ahead if he handles this. Probably leaning towards the 1800, and expect that might be where he goes, but some nice targets ahead if he can get through with a nice run on Wednesday.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's obviously a lovely horse, nice ability. I just think the key with him this time through, sometimes the younger horses can sprint well when they're fresh over those shorter trips as they get up over a distance. However, as they tend to mature, they tend to probably lose a little bit of that sharpness and want to get up to more of a longer distance a bit quicker. So that's the challenge with him on this preparation. But I mean, it's not a bad thing. He's going to really make his presence felt as we get up and trip. And as you say, probably leaning towards the 1800 at this point in time for him, just because we think that's where he's more likely to excel. Second up, the only question mark will be, I guess, the fitness right at the end of that. Which he might well be up to, but I expect him to run really well. Question mark will probably be just that last 100 metres if we do indeed go for that 1800, but either this start or next start, I think you'll see a really strong run from him.
And then finally, Konomi, 2-year-old, second career start. He's got a couple of options as well, but first one is on Wednesday. Stepping up in trip, he relaxed well in the last run. They were probably just a bit sharp for him, but expect him to be much better for that run, and look, it'd be great to knock off his maiden, wouldn't it?
It'd be outstanding. Yeah, no, he's a lovely horse, this one. He's certainly got a lot of nice natural ability, and he's just in the learning process at the moment, which is no big surprise given he's a young horse just starting out in his career. So it's all about learning from each outing and advancing each time through and banking that experience. But yeah, I think he's going really well. I expect a sharp increase from his first outing, and that'll only continue to improve as well right through into next preparation.
So good luck to all the owners for the runners this week. Big week, exciting week starting tomorrow, Golden Slipper Day. So now we're going to move on to red hot tip time. And Chris, to be honest, this has been a little dry so far. So let's pick up the pick up the tempo, pick up the atmosphere, and bring it home sharp. We've gone on for long enough. But so last week, Chris, you are an absolute bloody disgrace. You got 60s. You got 60s $1.55.
Another winner, cha-ching.
funnily enough, Tab had an offer for $4.
Exactly.
And I got on that actually. But
Well done.
yeah, see if
Follow
we can.
my tips again.
And I won
You're
on
welcome.
Jigsaw in the last down in Melbourne, paying $3.30. So a few more houses won there. Tomorrow, what have you got, Chris?
Plenty of winners, that's what I got, Sam.
Okay, well, let's get through them.
I will rattle through. So they're all at Rose Hill tomorrow with a huge day of racing. Race 3 in the Epona Stakes, I've gone for Moving Out each way.
How much are you paying?
11 to 1.
Gee, you were right.
Yeah, I thought
Good.
you'd like that.
Yep.
Race 4, the Derby Munro, I have Skyhook for the win. Race 6 in the Rose Hill Guineas, I've gone for Observer for the win. And then race 7 in the George Ryder, guess who I've got?
Autumn Glow paying $1.30.
Well done, Sam. I
Yep,
don't know how
thought
you guessed
might
that.
be right.
And then race 8, the Golden Slipper. I've gone for Annabelle and Rob Archibald's Cheyenne, who was been very impressive in the lead up, and yeah, Craig Williams on board.
Tough enough barrier, but
Yeah, bit of a
Craigie Williams is on fire.
Exactly, a bit of a tricky gate, so needs a little bit of luck in running, but certainly good enough to get the job done if it does get that luck early.
Very good. Well, I'm in Rosehill Race 2, the NE Mannion Cup. I couldn't miss that opportunity. I'm on number 8, Juju Kibo, paying $4 with Craigie Williams on board. I won't forget that we have had a celebrity tipster, John, one of our long-term owners. He also wants Juju Kibo. So what do they say on TAB? Great minds or something?
Great minds, yep.
Yeah, so Juju Kibo, number 8. Rose Hill Guineas, race 6. I'm also on number 2, Observer. He's been excellent. I see Autumn
Outstanding.
Boys come into favourite now, but
Yeah.
it's hard to go past Observer.
It is.
Race 8, the Golden Slipper. Well, anyone's guess. I've gone a different way, just more for value than anything. I'm on number 9, Campione d'Italia, paying $20, and I'm on each way, $5 for the place if you get on now. Race 10, I'm going to say this horse is unbeatable.
Unbeatable.
Yep.
Well, it's got no chance now.
The Birthday Card Stakes, I'm on number, I don't know because I haven't written it in here, but I'm on Inkaruna, paying $2.20, the Anthony and Sam Friedman horse, and I'm saying it's unbeatable.
Massive call.
$2.20. And then down at Caulfield, race 8, the William Reid, the only Group 1 down there, I'm on number 1, Jimmy Star, also paying $2.20. So some long odds and some short odds, but good luck. So guys, have a lovely weekend, enjoy the racing, do a rain dance if you can for Marzu, and we will see you next week.
Have a great weekend.